this master.
Oh, cheers, lad. Have you got a light?
There now follows a short musical interlude featuring Mr. Git Stevens on his 1968 Gibson ES-175, playing the 1945 French song Les Filles Mortes, which was written by Joseph Cosma and Jacques Prévert. It was translated into English under the title Autumn Leaves and was made famous in 1955 by Roger Williams. It's also been covered by such notables as Steve Conway, Bing Crosby, Steve Allen, Nat King Cole, Doris Day and Frank Sinatra. Over to you now, Mr. Git Stevens.
Yeah, hey, what about this? Hi, pipe smokers. This is a 1968 Gibson ES 175 Electro Spanish, $175. That's what that means. And yeah, I got this for when I was 50. And yeah, my wife got a Mini for when she was 50, and well, it was like a used one, and that ended up steering column went and all that, so didn't get much back for this. But the wife says, "Oh well, what do you want for your birthday?" I said, "Got to be a guitar, hasn't it?" And they both laughed. Anyway, one of my guitars, I've got quite a few. It was heritage guitars. One of my heritage guitars was I never used to play it. It was an Eagle, and so I sold that and added a bit of money to it and bought this. I saw this on a guitar fair in Lancashire, and the minute I saw it, the guy, I know the dealer, and it's a 1968, and I thought, wow, well, that's the year I was born. That'd be brilliant. So I was 50, the guitar was 50, you know, and it was meant to be. So I rang him up a few weeks later when I had the money, and he came round, dropped it off. Brilliant. So, well, it's an absolute beautiful guitar, and the smell of it, I just love the smell of it. It reminds me of an old coffee table my mum and dad used to have in the 70s. It's just beautiful. I think someone's just kept this in an old, just in a wardrobe or something. It's hardly been played, you know. It's absolutely mint, you know, and it's yeah, it's cool. But it's actually worth a fortune now. It's probably worth about £5,000, £6,000, £7,000, something like that. And I paid, is it $2,850 I paid for it, and now it's worth at least double because of the way the world's gone, Brexit and COVID, and Gibson don't make this model anymore. They just don't make it anymore. So the value of them has gone right up because, one, the collectible, and two, this is like the major workhorse of jazz guitar players in the great golden jazz age, you know, in the sort of 50s and 60s. This was like the model. Because Gibson make what you call the L series, L5 and L4, which are more posher guitars, but they were really expensive. You know, West Montgomery used to play one, an L5, but you'd find that most jazzers, like, is it Kenny Burrell, Joe Pass, I think Barney Kessel played one at one point, Herb Ellis, all the greats, they all use an ES175, and you'll find now a lot of people, as I say, collect guitars, but also musicians. This is what they want. They want to sound like they want to sound like their heroes, don't they? That's what it is. Yeah, that's what they want to sound like. So it is a thing of beauty, and yeah, Gibson, obviously, one of the finest guitar manufacturers in the world, I would say. Brilliant. I've had quite a few Gibson guitars. I've got two at the moment. I've got Les Paul as well, and that's a really good one as well. But I think the finest guitars, jazz guitars, the ones I played are Robert Benedetto. If anyone's into guitars, just check his guitars out. They're absolute fortune. Some of them are like $30,000, $40,000 and up. They go up and up and up. But he makes a professional series, which is like for musicians, which is a lot cheaper. And I've got one of them. I've got a Benedetto. So I'll show you that sometime. But I hope you enjoyed my bit of nonsense about my jazz guitar. And I suppose the moral of this story is if you want to buy a nice instrument and the wife won't let you, just go and buy it, because you know it's going to make money. Don't buy a car. Oh, and just a quick footnote. You might see some trailers coming on over the next few weeks for Halloween. So me and Bob have recorded a Halloween special. We put a lot of effort into this, and if you know our humour by now, you can imagine it's a bit daft. So just sort of pre-warn you. Keep your eye out for it. 28th of October. That's when it's going live. See you soon.